Hi Cancer. Oh, I sang that then. Welcome to your week ahead reading. Gosh, your cards have just flipped over. This is for week commencing the 27th of October, and I'm just going to apologise now. This is coming out a little bit later than usual. It's because I have an absolute disaster this morning. I did 6 readings as usual. I went to upload them, and none of the readings had sound. Now, my mic was working. I'm still double checking it is, and it was. I have no idea why they didn't work, but you were obviously not meant to hear them. And I was obviously meant to redo every single one. So I'm doing it. So, Cancer, we are using the Tea Leaf Fortune cards to start off with, just to change it up a little bit. And we've got Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. And then we have Quill, get back to basics. Get back to basics. It can sort of like represent with that quill. It just made me think, we're all so quick to text, to, I don't know, do things electronically, aren't we? Let's start, going for walks in nature. Let's start actually knocking on our mates' doors and saying hi rather than sending them a text. I don't know, that just came to my head. So, Cancer, let's see. We're using a different tarot deck also, which is called the Unfolding Path. And we are also going to clarify with the same deck because I love this deck. And again, just wanted to switch it up a little bit. Right, but not so much that we didn't have any sound. Devastated. Anyway, dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this reading with Cancer. Make it helpful, hopeful, and healing. Thank you. So the focus for Cancer, please and thank you. We have, wow, Judgment. I just got to turn that notification off. Opportunity is the Death card. Your challenge is the Queen of Cups. Your bubbling under the surface is the Page of Cups, my favourite, absolute favourite card in the deck. Advice and outcome is the Five of Swords. So Judgment, as your focus, is focus on, is there something that you're desperate to do, you've been putting off for whatever reason? I do apologise if you can hear somebody sneezing. Nothing's going right today. That you've been putting off for whatever reason. Now's the time to get that out of the box, so to speak. Now's the time to step up and start taking action on something that you really want to do. Listen, are you getting little downloads? Are you getting little pushes towards something and you think, oh my gosh, yeah, I know what that means, but are you ignoring it? I don't know this, but next week that it's like, now's the time. It's Archangel Gabriel with his trumpet of communication going, wakey, wakey, Cancer. Now, the Death card is your opportunity. So whatever that is, you need to put an end to something first, because the Death card is about something needing to finish in order for something new to come in. It's like a big full cycle going on. The Queen of Cups is your challenge. Now, the Queen of Cups as a challenge can be, maybe you have somebody around you next week who is quite selfish. It's all about them. If you start a conversation with somebody and they say, how are you? And you say, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. And then the next thing you know, they're talking about themselves for the next half an hour and they haven't even asked you how you are and listened to how you are. That's kind of the Queen of Cups. Can also represent that you're not particularly in love with yourself, a little bit of self-doubt, lack of confidence, because this Queen of Cups here, oh my gosh, she's so confident in her skin. I love this card. The Page of Cups is bubbling under the surface for you. Absolutely love this card in this deck, and I'll tell you why, because he looks like my dad, and my dad was definitely a Page of Cups. And you pages are representative of younger people, so you're thinking, why is there an old man on here? And that's because this old man here, as a page, might have the body of an old man, but he's definitely got the mind of a young person. He's like dreamy, nothing gets in his way. It's like, I'm never too old. So you're never too old there, Cancer, if that's what's bugging you. But it's also about following your dreams and feeling grateful, lucky. And some people might say, oh, you're in cloud cuckoo land. Yeah, so what? That's not a bad thing, in my opinion. You've got to have these dreams and aspirations, and there's something bubbling under the surface for you. Now, the Five of Swords is your advice and outcome. So this is about walking away from those people that just push your buttons. Yeah, maybe that's your death card. You're having to put an end to some relationships or some situations that, you know, you're constantly battling with, and you're not coming out on the best side of it, although you're trying your best to resolve issues. You can see she's trying to pick up all the swords. Now, swords are the mental suits. This, and the Five of Swords represents, you know, arguments, bad communication, insults, people just pushing your buttons. And she's trying to resolve it by picking up the swords. But in actual fact, it's making her situation worse. And those in the background are actually, you know, fine. So the advice of that card is let them get on with it, Cancer. Don't get involved. It's only dragging you down. So Judgment, why are you here? For Cancer, please and thank you. We have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is, as I said, I think there's something, as I say, with this Page of Cups bubbling under the surface for you, like your dreams and aspirations, but for some reason they're dampened down. Now the Hanged Man will tell you to have a look at something from a different perspective. The Judgment card tells you, wakey, wakey, let's do it now. And at least look at it, you know, at least consider it next week. It's actually telling you to take a step back also from whatever you're doing at the moment. And I just think you've got to allow some space for it to come in. Now, the Death card is your opportunity. And maybe, you know, because the Hanged Man there, they have a light over their head. It's like a Tada moment. Their crown chakra is lighting up. You've got the Three of Cups. Interesting. Are you putting an end to some friendships that are not really working out? Are you, or maybe that's, you know, the Death card is you're putting an end to, I was going to say, an end to staying indoors. And so that you're getting out a bit more with the friendship. But no, I think there's something you've got to put an end to within a group of people, because that's what the Three of Cups represents. Maybe that Queen of Cups is in that Three of Cups. And this is the Queen of Cups that's, you know, is that who you're reevaluating here with the Hanged Man too? The Queen of Cups, as I said, is that person that they come across as though they care, but in actual fact, it's more about them and their relationships and how they feel as opposed to you. But let's have a look, Queen of Cups. Why are you here for Cancer? Hierophant. Wow. Yeah. There's a lack of commitment from this Queen of Cups. And again, if it's a friend, it can even be a mum. And it's very one-sided, this relationship with her. It's more like you're doing all of the friendly bits, yeah, and they're just taking advantage a little bit, if I feel. I don't know if they mean to. But the Hierophant shows up when it comes to commitments. Maybe you're over-committing to this Queen of Cups. You're not getting much back. Let's do one more on that, Cancer. Four of Cups. Yeah. I always say with this Four of Cups, you're sitting there looking like a pretzel, and I've taken that from somebody who described an audience once. They're a medium, and they went out to the audience, and they said, oh yeah, and there's the audience, you know, arms crossed, legs crossed, sitting like pretzels, and it just made me giggle, and it makes me think of the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is feeling a bit stuck, bored, stagnant in a relationship and a friendship too. And it's just, all I can see is you got your arms folded, you're just waiting for them to stop talking until they are, and you're waiting for them to say, oh, by the way, Cancer, how are you? Now, the Page of Cups is in your subconscious, is bubbling under the surface. And it's like, you're so creative. You do have great ideas. And you can dream. Is this the Dare to Dream card for me? Oh my gosh, you got the Fool energy with that Page of Cups. Now, the Fool energy is about, you know, wiping the slate clean, starting something new, going on adventures, having no responsibility. I know we'd all like to dream that, but you can actually make that come true if you do stuff that you love. It feels like that. Stepping out, transforming as well. You've got lots of butterflies in that Fool energy. Now, the Five of Swords is your advice and outcome. And it's like, walk away from the conflict, yeah? Walk away from those like the Queen of Cups that really, I don't know, they're not serving you. You've got the Two of Pentacles. Look, that's about reevaluating things, reprioritizing. You can see the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, Pentacles is finances, our material resources, our tangible assets, but it's also about your time and energy. And I said before, you're not getting back. It's not balanced about relationships and friendships that you are creating. I feel like there's a lack of balance within them. These Five of Swords, also the conflicts, the arguments could be to do with financial situations, and therefore the advice is, well, you know what, you might have to walk away from a job, for instance, that's paying you well, but at least, you know, your mental health is a bit better. You know, the finances may need to be reprioritized, however it resonates for you. Right, let's get on with a manifestation card for you, Cancer. Oh. Just the one to finish on. Okay, we've got kindness is a win-win. If you think unkind thoughts about someone, you will experience those unkind thoughts manifested in your life. You cannot harm another with your thoughts, you only harm you. And if you think kind thoughts about others, guess who receives the benefits? You do. I just think that should be aimed at the Queen of Cups there, whoever that may be. So maybe you need to re-quote that to somebody. Anyway, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed that. Very unusual reading, but I like that. Have a great week. Don't forget to check out the midweek readings, and I'll see you next week. Take care.